Welcome, welcome, welcome to another amazing episode of Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm your host, Rick.
And I'm your co-host, Dave.
And we are painting, first off, let's apologize for Tuesday. We had some internet difficulties here, some technical difficulties. We were not able to broadcast live. But if you would like to see where we started, we did record it, and it's up on the Facebook page. So you can go back and check it out where we started. Dave started with this.
I'm painting a beholder.
Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh, in our nifty new overhead cam. Check that out.
There you go.
Woohoo.
And I started some Umber Hulks. So
Very cool.
We'll be working on those today and continuing. So you guys missed all of our political rantings and Star Wars spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. There were no spoilers.
Really no political rantings either. But
Not really.
we complain a lot about the internet, but that's about it. But who doesn't?
Right.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this new crazy
Yeah, I like it.
camera. Just sort of
We get to
stuck in front of it.
we get to get some close-up looks at Dave's techniques and amazing work. We were going to put one over here by me, but we just didn't need that.
Rick's techniques and amazing work.
Well,
One day we'll get there. Okay. One day
I'll have amazing technique.
Yep.
Until then, I just have technique,
Yes.
and it's not even.
You know how to dry brush now.
I'm learning. I've already messed it up today, so
But you're getting there.
I'm the worst.
Okay, yeah, you're the worst. So,
I'm going to share this a little bit for everybody.
okay.
So, just got a couple groups I want to drop this in. So we'll watch Dave's painting there.
So yeah, I managed to get a lot done on Tuesday. It was super cool. We started off with a sort of a dark red base coat directly over the pre-primed mini. Then just started adding different successfully lighter layers of reds and oranges. A little bit of yellow mixed in for that top layer. The mouth and there, the tongue and the gums there is a really cool color called Screamer Pink from GW. And
Nice.
Then I popped in the teeth and the eyeballs. I'm just painting in the pupils now. So I'll paint those. And then a lot of these sort of the larger scales at the side will be black. Paint those black. But yeah, it's pretty amazing sort of how quickly you get it all done and out of the way.
So I looked at my beholder I painted, and then I looked at his beholder, and I almost feel like yours could also have been on the pirate ship.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, because he just looks like super killer.
I think here I've gone for all of the. At the moment, he's got all of the regular eye stalks on there. I haven't put any of the sort of crazy zappy effects, which are pretty neat.
Oh, that's right.
I haven't attached those yet. So at the moment, mine just looks like a really crazy marauding pirate, I think.
I agree. An amazing marauding pirate.
A little bit less like an artichoke.
Yeah, mine does look like an artichoke. Oh man, that's funny. So I'm going to post it up in one more group.
One more group.
Here.
Cool. But yeah, just fairly simple stuff at the moment. Once I get all of these sections painted black, I'll just go and highlight them with some gray.
My artichoke.
Where is he? Here we go. Let's put them side by side. Oh,
That's all right.
there we go, popping off the effects. See, Rick went the other direction and went for all of the effects. I went in properly. There we go. Hold it like that. Crazy. There you go.
Yeah.
There's a thing called the like the 3-foot rule.
What's that?
It's all about how the miniature looks at 3 feet away.
Okay.
So it's like, does it look cool on the tabletop?
It does.
And it does. I think your beholder looks awesome. There we go.
Success.
Yeah! Sorry, I'm just going to take that off. There we go.
I think I might just
Super
keep
cool.
the effects on them just because of the... I just think they look amazing.
They do look cool. You can see the artichoke
Yeah,
sort of coming through. There we go.
that's right.
Nice. Excellent.
There's nothing wrong with artichokes. They're delicious.
They are. Yeah. I think my wife picked up some today for our Christmas dinner.
What?
Yeah. I was saying that a couple of weeks ago. That my daughter loves artichokes.
That's right. You did mention that.
I don't know how that happened.
Science.
Science?
Mhm.
Science is how that happened?
Yeah.
You're probably right.
All right, so everybody's in the chat. We got Keith, Carl, Peter, and Keith and Carl again shouting out. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for joining us. So, on to some really important stuff. This is super important, like the most important. I watched a video.
No.
It seems that now that
Not a video.
I did, and it seems that whenever you and I talk and we talk about Australia, things about Australia pop up in my news feed on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Ready on.
So I was watching a video this morning, actually,
Yeah.
of two koalas fighting
Right.
in the middle of a street.
Okay.
And those guys are freaking amazing. I want to.
Yeah.
They're like grapplers.
Right. Yep.
And the fur is flying. I mean, they're like in the guard position. Hugging each other. It was like I was watching two UFC fighters go at it.
Right.
I don't know what's the guy's name. White something. The guy who owns the UFC.
I don't know.
Dana White.
Right.
I'm surprised he hasn't already contracted those two guys, those two koalas. I mean, it was the cutest fight you'd ever see.
Right.
But it had me thinking about drop bears.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And
Because now that I have a fear of drop bears.
now that you've seen that, you can believe in drop bears.
Yeah. My fear is legit.
You're right. Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about that because it was like, I was thinking, how cool would it be? I don't know. It probably already exists. There's probably so much out there that this is probably not an original thought by any means. But you know how there's always these legendary creatures that are like mundane that we still talk about in today's society? Like you've got your drop bears.
Right. Yep.
We have the snipe, the bird.
Yep.
Go snipe hunting.
Right.
What are some other? You got what?
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra, like cryptids almost.
Right. Okay.
Creatures that people have used or would like to see in a campaign.
All right. In gaming. There's the land shark.
That does exist in D&D.
Sweet.
It's called a bullet.
Oh, okay.
It actually is a land shark.
Yeah.
It loves horse meat, so it's always attacking adventurers that have horses. So watch out. But they do look. They look like. What's funny is there's miniatures of that creature, and I just don't have one here, which is sad because that's a good one. Land shark.
Shark.
Drop bears are real, says Brad.
Yep.
But I would love to incorporate drop bears into a campaign, especially right now with, like, at the mead hall, where we've been meeting up at and playing some Adventure League. The Adventure League is taking place in the jungles of Chult.
Right.
So I could see drop bears being
part of that.
part of that. Yeah.
Okay.
As you're walking through the jungles, and they just be like dropping out of the canopy, getting you.
Right.
I'd be like, oh shoot.
That's a possibility, I guess.
Yeah.
Each time you mention it, though, I keep thinking of my buddy Joey who does This Is Not a Test, the post-apocalyptic game.
Yeah.
I'm working on laying out a book for him at the moment, the next release, and in that he's got a piece of art. It's either in that or it might be the original one. He's got a piece of artwork which is this fantastic koala.
Okay.
Sitting there, holding a skull.
What? A human skull.
A human skull. It's black and white. And basically, but the koala is just like
I love it.
sharp, pointy teeth, blood dripping from its fangs, that sort of thing.
You know, make that really impressive is if Johnny already had that pulled up, if that artwork existed on.
Yeah, if it was online.
Online. This is not a test. Is the name of the game.
I don't think it does exist online yet. But I'll send it. I'll post it in the
group.
Post it in the group.
That would be hilarious.
It is spectacular.
Hey, what's up, mate? Steven, what's up, buddy? Again, I just wanted to let you guys know we, because we had the technical difficulties on Tuesday, we did still record the video of painting Happy Little Minis, and it is available on the page. If you want to go back and see the starting points on the Beholder and the Umber Hulks, it is there.
There we go. Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm going to be doing that all the time, Johnny. Sorry. Coming at you. Oh.
Coming right at you.
Check it out. Oh. Mess with the autofocus all the time.
Watch Johnny's head explode.
That'd be a terrible thing to do right before Christmas.
Yeah. Let's give him Christmas.
Yeah.
So
first week of January.
Right. Head explosions will commence.
Well, that's something we get to say as well, is that we won't actually be painting next week.
That's right. So, yeah, because of the holiday, there won't be any Painting Happy Little Minis going on next week. But if you guys are painting, I'll probably still be painting, just not on
not a Facebook live stream?
Yeah, probably not, because I'll be home relaxing. And I'll post some stuff up.
You'll be prepping for your next adventures in the meat hall.
Yeah, that's right. The 27th, I'll be going out there and laying waste.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I hope I want to play that monk again, the One Punch Monk.
Right. As long as it wasn't the punch drunk monk.
Oh man, no. He's a halfling, so he's kind of conceited, where he thinks that he's this well-shaped, defined little halfling kid or guy, and but he only has like an 8 strength.
Okay.
But his dexterity is super high, so he's wiry. That's how I kind of explain it. He's wiry.
Right. Excellent stuff.
How about some live broadcasting at the meat hall? Oh, wow, that would be interesting.
Yep. You can do that.
A
little bit of that. Well, just like
maybe off my phone.
Just a phone. Around following you with the my phone, and we'll stream it that way.
That's the only way I would really be able to do that.
Yeah.
Let's just do it on the phone, which would be fine and fun.
Totally do that. Yep. Look at that.
But before coming in today to paint, in one of the other miniature groups and stuff on Facebook, someone had posted up their Umber Hulks.
Okay.
Oh my God, they're so good.
Yeah.
Man. I was like, what?
Awesome. I saw a fantastic, speaking of beholders, I saw a fantastic photo today of a beholder. I'm guessing the model must have been pretty huge.
Right.
Like almost life-size kind of thing.
Okay.
With a Santa beard.
What?
And wig, and then all of the stalks had little Santa hats on them.
Okay.
All of the eye stalks.
That is not a miniature. That is one of those beholders I told you about that Wizkids makes with NECA. Excuse me. I'm going to sneeze here. But, so, yeah, and I almost want to say that it's Travis Millennium or Travis Severance from Millennium Games that did that.
Cool. They probably did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, definitely looked...
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Woo! 'Tis the season.
Okay.
Because I also saw a picture of that kind of thing where people are like, what's better? Is it the Santa hat, just one Santa hat, or one on each eye stalk? How does the beholder wear it best?
Yeah, one on each eye stalk is definitely the best.
Are you wearing
a cravat? No.
No. Someone was talking about Star Wars ugly.
No, it's not a Not a Star Wars shirt.
ugly Christmas sweaters. I was like, wait, yeah, I don't believe
Oh,
you.
I'm not. Johnny is.
Johnny is. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, Carl
Dang it,
says
Johnny.
in Star Wars ugly Christmas sweater. We need more of that in our lives. Carl, I'm with you on that.
Right?
Awesome. Is Josh going to visit us today?
Does he have a? He might. He
He
has.
probably does.
He does have an ugly sweater on again today. He literally wears one every day for the month of December.
Yeah.
Started in he did start in November.
That is
Hey Walter,
dedication.
Josh is there in the mini painting studio. So
Right.
Josh, I took your advice for here too, and we put a little webcam set up over Dave there to show off Dave's painting technique.
You see me dabbing.
Yeah. He says he got tons of war colors in the mail today. Can't wait to start using them. Nice.
Cool.
Adam, I just repaired one of my Warhammer 40K minis. What happened to it? Adam, did it explode? Was it in a pretty heavy battle and took some heavy hits?
That never sounds good.
No,
You have to
right?
repair.
All right. And Adam says, my little sister bought me a set of game color paints for Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Yeah, you can't go wrong when fam be taking care of you like that.
That is good.
So, and because you guys missed it, we have actual backstories to these monsters that we're painting for possible scenario concepts.
Yeah. Mine's called Greg.
Oh,
No, just kidding.
nice. I mean, it could be.
It's Robert.
I knew it. But goes by Bob.
No, Robert.
Oh, he's very formal.
Yeah. All the time.
Well, tell the story of your.
No, you tell the story. You do a much better job of telling the story. You're a storyteller.
I am. That's true.
You enjoy doing that.
So Bob, or Robert, as he prefers to be called, the Beholder, is a. He lives in a volcano in
Yep.
Cholt.
Yep.
His base of operations is within the volcano, kind of like if you think about the Mount Doom.
Right. Yep.
And you see the lava and everything, and there's always like island rocks around it. But on the far side of it is where he kind of holes up, and you know
hangs out.
the images. You walk into the cavern, into the mouth of inside the volcano. You see the lava all out there, and then floating across above it comes Bob. I mean Robert. God, I'm really gonna upset him. There
You
he is.
are. You're going to be in trouble. He's
Yeah.
going to float this way.
Yeah.
tell
No. This I mean, he looks so good. But that's Robert's backstory.
Yep. I like to think it's kind of like an evil villain's lair,
Yeah.
which would be pretty neat.
Like what's his name from dang it, the glue popped on that one. The Incredibles. What's the bad guy from The Incredibles? Syndrome.
Syndrome. Yeah.
Yes. I was your biggest fan. He in the volcano, and it kind of the lava flow, and it
Yep.
opens up and stuff, and out comes Robert.
Yep.
Hi guys.
I noticed you've been snooping around.
Well, really appreciate you guys coming around my cave. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. Just opens up,
Yeah.
and
And your Umber Hulks.
the Umber Hulks. So we have a male and female, or female and male, or female and male. I'm not really sure which is which yet. Well, doesn't mean that does. Wow, that doesn't mean it.
Way
Male
to
and female. It could be either or.
way to
Jesus, Johnny.
gender stereotype there.
But this, so they're a mated pair, but you get hired by a wizard who has discovered that an Umber Hulk, he only is under the impression that one Umber Hulk has taken up residency deep within the basement of his tower, and hires the adventurers to go down there and either chase it off or eliminate it, because pest control being what it is.
Yep.
You don't want to get an infestation of Umber Hulks.
No, it's quite dangerous.
Yes, the worst. The wood just will rot away. It's the worst.
Yep.
Foundations, towers fall.
They do.
So, but when you go down there, you discover that it is indeed a mated pair, and they have given birth to a little Umber Hulkling, a little tiny one.
Baby Umber Hulk.
What?
Baby Umber
A
Hulks.
baby Umber Hulk, or more, one or more.
Umber Hulk calf,
Yeah.
perhaps.
And so you have to go down there, and do you go murder hobo and chop them all up? Do you?
I cast magic missile at the darkness.
Right.
Do you do that, or
do you report back to the mage, say that there is a baby Umber Hulk has been birthed in the basement, and what does he want in that capacity?
what do you want to do with it?
Yeah, does he want you to save the Umber Hulk? Do I have a bug? I'm good then. Thank you. Do you save the Umber Hulk baby, or take it from the parents and let the wizard study it and raise it, or whatever? Or do you watch and wait as the female Umber Hulk goes praying mantis on the male and feasts on it to supply food and nourishment to the babies? Yikes.
Yep. But I think you wait for that, and then
you can handle it.
then you kill the female one. They're Umber Hulks. It's D&D. You kill them all.
Caleb, hey, welcome. I really like the color choices for the Hulks. Really nice. Thanks, Caleb. I hope hopefully when they're all said and done, they'll look even better. Adam says that the hammer fell off with his Inquisitor Codiaz.
Okay, right. Yep. Codiaz.
Drew Daniel, for a second, I seriously thought that was Thor Bjornsson, a.k.a. the Mountain. Sorry, brother.
Wait until he stands up.
Yeah, I'm not a big dude, but that guy is a monster.
Yep.
Yeah. And Robert the Beholder works in Thal. Yeah, he works in Thal HR. I'm not with the... Adam Boosie, I hear Umber Hulk stew is really yummy. I've heard that too, but I would probably be allergic to it because it's probably like shellfish.
Yeah.
Like crabs.
Yeah, I think we were deciding that
Yeah.
they looked a bit like lobsters.
Makes a great doorman. Beth says, if I miss it, I apologize, but how did the scales on the Beholder get painted? Was each tip individually painted, or is there a brush technique that achieved that effect?
Oh, they were dry brushed. Give me a second. I'll pull it under the camera. So now we have this nifty camera. Yeah. So, each of these individual scales, there are way too many of them to sit there and pick them out, particularly over a 1 hour show. So I started with a dark red, painted the dark red over the whole thing. You can see some of it here on the eye stalks. And then I used a flat dry brush like this to build it up in successive layers. It was the very first thing I did on there, so there was no worries. You could just be as rough and sort of ready as you like to catch all of those things. But so dark red, an orange, and then I mixed a little bit of yellow into the top of the orange for that final highlight there. And once I finished that, what did I do next? I think I went to the mouth.
Teeth in the mouth, yeah.
Yeah, I did the mouth next. Painted up each successive layer after that.
Yeah.
So, it's all in the video, which should be on the page. From Tuesday, we recorded it all. We sat here and painted, and we talked to ourselves.
It was awesome. Would have been better if we were able to broadcast so that we could talk to you guys.
Yep. Because just talking to Rick for an hour is, oh my God.
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
Heather Lesueur says, my Australian relatives just posted the koala video.
Oh, awesome. Perhaps you can share it into the group, into the Painting Happy Little Minis group.
Yes.
Excellent. That would be cool.
I saw that koala video that you're talking about, and I'm just waiting. It's a matter of time until someone goes in and dubs over some WWE sports commentating, "Oh, he's taking him to the mat! Oh!"
I hope that happens. Or they actually can get what's his name, the comedian Joe Rogan,
All right.
to do commentary for it. That would be hilarious.
And actually, I want to see there's the guy who does the Aussie Man reviews.
Aussie
Have you
Man.
seen that?
I have not.
He does a lot of he does commentary essentially over a whole bunch of wild and crazy videos, and in a very sort of broad Australian accent. And he would be perfect. For commentating something like that, I think.
Fingers crossed he or someone else does it, because that does sound amazing.
Might have to send him the clip and see if he can do it. But usually he does things like reviews of Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
And all that sort of stuff.
He does it in a very commentator sort of way?
Very commentator, very Australian commentator kind of way.
Okay.
Yeah. Where it's not always censored.
Oh.
As you didn't expect.
Very well.
So not safe for work, as the rest of the world would say.
Perfect. So he does
Whereas
it topless.
Australia would say 2 o'clock.
Oh. So he does it topless?
No, he doesn't do it topless.
Oh, my bad.
Yes. Yeah. He's not actually on screen.
Oh. Ruined.
It's just his voice.
Surname is pronounced Busey? Who's Busey?
Gary Busey?
How did you do the clear pieces? Were you able to maintain the transparency? That's coming from Justin.
Okay.
I've done the so.
Pass me yours.
Yeah, I'll pop them all out.
We'll hold them under the camera here, and you can talk about it.
So this is coming from Justin Zurin, who is the president of Wizkids.
Okay, cool.
Who is a huge fan of Dungeons and Dragons.
There we go.
So of the 4 energy bolts and such, the lightning one that I did, I wasn't really able to maintain transparency on that one. Even though I did do it with a blue wash, and then I put the white on it as well, just for electric.
Yeah.
To give it an electric look. However, the green.
I was just going to say with mine, the electric one, I'm tackling it a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
So I've left a little bit the translucent pieces at the end.
Okay.
And just sort of fading back.
I see what you're doing. So the end is translucent to give it that white yet electrical look.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
very cool.
So that final spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got that one.
And then the green one
is this one.
Is 100% just green wash, the ink wash. And I think it did a pretty good job of maintaining transparency in that one.
I can't see it too well on here, but definitely up close it's you can see the translucency, yeah. You can see the light coming through it.
Yeah.
So.
And then the orange fire one.
Yep. This is another good one. Yep.
And it mostly washes with a little bit of actual yellow at the base.
Yeah.
But it still has some of that translucency going with it as well.
Yep. That looks good.
But my ray of frost.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm.
That's what you're using as. Okay.
I mean,
cool.
Anybody can, paint them as they wish in colors. But that's my ray of frost, and I feel like I, again, wasn't able to maintain the.
Well, I think you got a very icy kind of look going on there. If you were to go back and hit that with a, like with a gloss varnish, you'll get that.
Oh,
sort of that ice kind of feel, that slick ice.
Okay, yeah, because it does have a very dull appearance to it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, that could be neat.
Thanks, Justin.
And then, but yeah, for my sort of this ray that I'm doing the. Basically, I've started the same sort of way as I did with the translucency on the lightning arc. Just painting on some yellow first over sort of the bottom 2/3, I guess, and then thinning down some bright green paints and working those in around the ends. So.
And they look amazing, as always.
It's coming along well.
Alex is asking, what paint are we using?
Most of the stuff I'm using is Vallejo. So I have Vallejo Model Color, Vallejo Game Color, and a lot of the greens that I like to use, the really saturated greens, are from Citadel. So I have the Warpstone Glow and the Moot Green. Is another great color.
Nice.
So nice and really bright green, but still they're very saturated, which works well with the lovely bright saturated yellow, the game color.
Yeah. So I'm using a mix of Army Painter war paints, right here. And so I'm using some of those. And I'm also using some game color as well. And some Vallejo.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm using a wide range as well.
Yep. That last one, the violet red, that was the base color you used for your, that looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very cool color. I'm just going to snag it and compare it to my...
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah, we use a wide range of paints and product.
Yep.
So, thanks, Alex. We appreciate that. Alex is says awesome and thanks. Let's see what you got here. Yeah, lots of people. Wow, my brother Todd just jumped in there. Uh-oh.
It's all going to go downhill.
No, he's good.
I never met him, so...
He's good people.
Cool. That's good.
I was talking to him last night as I was driving home, him and his wife and son, about Star Wars: The Last Jedi, which we will not spoil here, as I believe you have not yet seen it.
Still haven't seen it. Tomorrow night.
All right. So it was interesting to talk with him because, growing up, we were huge fans of Star Wars, still are huge fans of Star Wars.
Yep.
And, his basement is a Star Wars themed basement.
Okay.
So.
That's cool.
Yeah. But it was interesting how our points of views on certain things were different and our takeaways, from it.
I think that's the biggest thing is that you're always going to have your own personal individual approach, even with somebody as close as a brother.
Yep.
Where you grew up watching them and you think that you're taking away the same thing.
But you're absolutely not.
Nope.
He says, quit lying.
That's good. No, that was I think that was the core of most of our discussion on Tuesday.
It was.
About expectations and what happens when you don't manage yours.
Right?
Not you in
Not
particular,
me,
but people in general.
The internet. Let's just go with the internet. Alyssa Koolgaard. That's a cool name. Koolgaard. I have Kollgaard.
Okay.
Oh, no. So Lisa says, I have a hard time painting minis. I like doing terrain, but this is making me want to take a crack at the beholder. Every single person that plays Dungeons & Dragons or any fantasy game that requires a beholder in it needs to paint this beholder. It is
awesome.
A fun miniature. It's a beautiful sculpt. And the big thing about it is it's pre-primed with Vallejo Prime. So you right out the package can go right to painting it.
Yep.
And it's $4.99.
Wow.
At the store for that
That's
miniature.
Awesome. I did not know
Ridiculous.
That. Super cool. I would have paid $15 for it. There you go, Justin.
Justin, did you hear that?
That's me though. I'm not everybody.
I think anybody would actually pay a $15 price point on that.
You think?
Yeah. But now that you've painted it, I have one more.
At least 20.
So I had, and I'm sorry for everybody out there that was like, I wasn't able to get one. They were sold out of my store. I got 3 of these. I went and I actually purchased 3 of these. And
you're a terrible human being.
I am the worst. You've painted one. I painted one. I have another one that's still unpainted.
Ooh.
I think we were going to talk about some charity stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think we should add one to charity.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
What do you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And do a charity thing with it.
Yeah, that would be neat. I think that'd be awesome. You're right. I was going to talk about the next charity thing that I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
Actually working on it with Drew from One Inch Heroes.
All right.
I'm not sure if Drew's in the chat.
I haven't seen him yet.
You may.
No, Carl says, you got 3, so it's your fault.
It's all his fault.
It's always my fault.
But yeah.
Justin says he'll match it. He'll match it.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Yeah, we should definitely talk about what we'll work something out for it.
Okay.
What we'll do. But yeah, I think I mentioned before on the show that I'm on the board of the Nova Open Charitable Foundation.
Okay.
And we're a small group that started off its association with the Nova Open Wargaming Convention.
Okay. Which is Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia, yep. And basically each year we organize a whole lot of painters. I think this year we'll have over 60, maybe close to 70 painters who are involved in it across the country and around the globe. And we work on different projects. So somebody might paint up an army themselves. We might end up with 7 or 8 people who are painting an army. I know that a friend of mine, James Craig, has just put together his dream team for painting up a War Machine army,
Nice.
or a Hordes army. They're doing a Trollkin force, and that's got folks like Dallas Kemp, who's the current Privateer Press staff painter, Matt DiPietro, who's their previous studio painter, Aaron Lovejoy, who's a spectacular award-winning painter as well, Justin McCoy from Secret Weapon Miniatures, whole bunch of Sam Lentz, and a whole bunch of people
on there.
So so anyway, we put together these teams of people and they work on projects, and we raffle them off for charity.
Nice.
Most of the stuff that we do is for Doctors Without Borders, or Breast Cancer Research Foundation, or the Fisher House Foundation.
Oh, Fisher House, that's awesome.
Who do a lot of great work here in the U.S.
Yeah.
So, but the first one we're doing, we've got one where we're going to be drawing it at on the Sunday of the Las Vegas Open convention.
Okay.
Which is the end of January, last Sunday in January. But we're painting up a whole Shadespire collection. So Shadespire from GW.
Right.
So I'm painting up the Orcs and Skeletons, those 2 warbands.
Okay.
And Drew was painting up the Stormcast Eternals and the Khorne Bloodbound.
Between the 2 of you, those are going to look so good. And whoever gets them is going to be lucky.
They're going to be pretty sweet. So it's going to be a whole set. It's going to be the rules, those 4 warbands, the special dice that each warband gets, and the card sleeves. Because it's, even though it uses miniatures and it has a board and you move around on the board to sort of get to your spot, it's really a deck building game.
Right.
So, having the cool little extras like the cool sleeves with the Stormcast logo on the back and all that sort of stuff. Or icon rather than logo. They're not particularly commercial, but so super cool stuff there. So we're working on those at the moment. That's part of my 45 miniatures to get done before the end of the year sort of thing. So I've got 12 to paint, and Drew's got 8.
Okay.
No, I've got 11 to paint. Sorry, Drew's got 8.
Now, if anybody wants to get more information on how they can participate as far as bid on these or whatever,
buy raffle tickets. Sure. The website is novaopenfoundation.org. So all one word, Nova Open Foundation.
Okay.
And tickets for this one will go on sale January 1st.
Okay.
I think they're going to be limited to 1,000 tickets.
Oh, that's good.
$5 each.
Nice.
And our aim will be to sell out before the LVO, Las Vegas Open.
Okay.
And then we've got, in March, we'll kick off another raffle. And then in April, we'll have another set.
Okay.
And then in July and August are our big ones, where we have like 5 or 6 armies and a bunch of smaller sort of prizes. And I think last time we had 15 or 16 different individual miniatures.
Okay.
So I think if we want to do something cool, work with Justin on it, we could do something really cool for that summer series of raffles.
Okay.
And that would be our
Yeah.
sort of key thing to do.
That does sound cool. Especially, you know, there's so many. I mean, these. I mean, all the miniatures that are coming out from Wizkids are amazing. So, I mean, but that beholder, man.
Yeah. It's sweet.
Justin says, I suck at painting, but there are some basic techniques that deliver good results for the amateur. Very rewarding.
Yep.
Just another kind of art takes a lot. This is coming from Alyssa. Just another kind of art takes a lot of technical skill, but it's relaxing and good to do with friends.
Yep.
Will says, I don't love painting because I find it stresses me out, but certain stuff just works sometimes. I'll say it again. This beholder is one of them. That's awesome. Walter asked if we're located in... Who's he asking here? What paints are you using? Hey, Kyle, sorry. We're using a amalgam of Army Painter War paints, the Game Color paints, Vallejo, and Citadel are the paints that are kind of mixed along the table here. Strawn Black is, so what's the draw? This is, to this, I've personally never understood it. For me, the draw is, one, it's relaxing. It's a good way to be creative artistically.
Yep.
And also, it provides me with amazing miniatures that have been painted to put in front of players in any game that requires them.
Yep. For me, the draw to miniature painting has always been the idea that I'm taking something that doesn't look like much. Mm-hmm. It may be a wonderful sculpt and wonderfully cast and that sort of thing, but when you put the paint on it is when you're bringing it to life.
Yeah.
After all those years as a kid playing with Star Wars action figures and He-Man action figures and that sort of thing, being able to create that yourself is really exciting. That's the draw of it for me.
That's exactly it, as well as bringing these miniatures to life. So one of the greatest things is that if you're a DM and you do use miniatures and your players like miniature play in their game, when you bring out an amazingly sculpted and well-painted miniature and put it in front of them as a monster or anything, you can tell that their experience is like on fire because their eyes light up. They get really excited. Everybody wants to touch it and look at it and be like, and it's like, hey, you got to kill it first, you know? or whatever, you know.
This thing is going to bite you before you can pick it up. Yeah.
But when you have some people that when they drop down these big, like a Balrog, size, you know, Titan-sized miniature, a lot of people little jaws drop. It really enhances the experience of gameplay.
Yeah, definitely.
Sean says, I agree they do, but I've always been curious as to why people start painting them instead of buying them painted as all. That's great. There are times when sometimes we're like, I don't have time to paint these. I would love to have some pre-painted ones, and Wizkids makes pre-painted miniatures as well. Yep. So thank you, Wizkids.
Yep, they exist, pre-painted ones. But but if the drive for me is that creating, buying isn't creating.
Correct.
Buying is acquiring. Acquiring's quite cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But the creating, the making something my own is the thing.
That's right. Alyssa also says there's nothing wrong with commissioning an artist, though.
Yep.
And so if you want an amazing piece of work, absolutely commission an artist if it's not in your skill set to paint.
Yep.
Got Dave here. There's Josh from Mini Paint Studios. You got Drew with 1 Inch Heroes, and there's a plethora of great artists out there. But those are the 3 that I recommend right off the top.
Good way.
And also, Rick, I think like we've talked about this before, but like when you see it from start to finish and when you paint it all the way through, you feel much more connected to that figure as opposed to just buying one in the store that's already pre-painted.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. There is a sense of pride in the work that is done.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Dave, throw me a line. This is coming from Josh at Mini Paint Studios. I could do a charity paint as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll do.
So for those of you that are watching, if you are not already a part of the Painting Happy Little Minis group on Facebook, make sure you go over there after the broadcast and sign up. Just request to join. We'll add you in there. You can ask us questions there. Everybody that's in that group is extremely helpful in regards to giving advice for technique and paint style, all sorts of cool stuff. it's a great group to be a part of, a great community. So join up in there. And also, if you have questions for Dave, that's a great place to ask questions in regards to the charity events.
Yep.
And Drew and Sean, Josh, and everybody else that's in there.
And actually, we just mentioned Josh again. Josh does a live stream every day at 3.
Yeah.
So he will be on right after our show.
That's right.
You can find that link in the
the
Painting
group.
Happy Little Minis.
Yeah. Adam Busey says, I need someone to paint my Hero Forge half dragon because I'm not confident enough. Adam, another great way to find someone local, just go to your local game store. That's the other big thing. Going to your local game store, your friendly game store, local game store, and becoming part of that community. And you'll find people there that are good painters as well.
And almost every store has a commission painter.
Absolutely.
So somebody who frequents the store but does their commission painting.
Absolutely. So there's all sorts of cool stuff in regards to being part of the community.
So at the moment, one of the things I'm doing is those black scales that I painted before.
Yeah.
Let me get that there.
Nice.
So I painted them black so they look like this, but they've got a lot of sort of cracking and sort of striations, as you see in like really bad toenails or something like that.
Great. He looks right at me when he says that.
Well, I'm just
But it's true. Sorry. Sorry,
but you do have really, really bad toenails.
It's true.
You can imagine that Rick's toenails look like.
He's a belt sander to just get in there.
Oh, awesome! That's good. They don't let you into the for a mani-pedi?
It's weird. I've been told I should go and experience one of those.
Oh, okay.
And I just don't want to put them through that.
Right. Fair enough.
You know, there's
You don't think they have enough like masks to stop all that dust? But anyway,
and I'm just sitting here thinking about that. What's that commercial? Do you have mesothelioma?
Right. Okay.
It's like the dust from my toenails being ground down
Is cancerous.
It would cause mesothelioma.
Right. Okay. That's funny. But yeah. So yeah, I'm just painting, getting a gray highlight on these, just nice and quick. Just brings out a little bit of that texture that's there, and you can do it nice and quickly. Just some quick brush strokes. So.
And of course, it looks amazing.
Moving quickly.
As always.
I think one of the most important things when you're painting to get to get happening first is neatness.
Okay.
So it's all about, when it comes down to it, painting toy soldiers is like coloring in.
Okay.
Really, it's color by numbers almost.
Yeah. Well,
it can be.
with Warhammer, a lot of the times it is that simple. Yep. They have an exact. When you do this, you use this paint. When you do this, you use this color. And they have an app.
Yep.
Which is great too. So
I can show you it on here.
Yeah.
But so just as when you're coloring in, you don't want to go outside the lines. That's what you try and do in your miniature painting. Try and keep inside the lines. And once you've got that happening for all your flat block colors, that looks great. You can do the most fantastic dry brushing or highlighting or shading on something. But if you've splashed over onto the other areas, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
You can be wonderfully technically skilled, but...
Which has happened to me a lot.
Yeah. We were talking about correction on... when we were painting the ships.
Yeah.
The other week.
So one of the things for next year, because we got a lot of changes are going to happen here at Game Trade Media in regards to making content and making more content with more people. And one of the things we want to do is with Dave, like some educational stuff. We've talked about this.
I know, Wayne.
We've talked about this. We need to come up with a title for it. They may be very short. Like, here's what was one of the things you had mentioned?
Painting angry little minis.
Yes. Or how to use yellow. Just yellow as a color.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
different ways to apply yellow.
Yeah. Or red or any of the colors.
Yeah. Just doing some basic sort of stuff. I think it should be interesting. We've got to sort of work out what exactly our format is going to be.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be cool if we can do something like when we're like when Star Wars Legion releases,
Right.
that we do a painting white, so you can
Yeah.
feel comfortable painting your stormtroopers, and
Absolutely.
painting brown, so all your rebel troopers can be nice and camouflaged,
Absolutely.
that sort of thing. So I think that'd be cool. Definitely some fun stuff we can do with it.
So Brad says, now I want to paint Rick's toenails. Brad, anytime you want to paint my toenails, that's fine. You're more than welcome.
You can
Oh,
paint
come
them.
on, Brad. That's a bad mental image I gotta live with.
Josh at Mini Painting Studios, Rick would go to a spa if they had maple treatments. That's a fact.
Maple bacon treatments.
Yeah, maple bacon treatments. I can soak my toes in maple
Right.
to come out. They'd be a little bit softer and a little bit more pliable, easily to take care of.
And sweet smelling.
And sweet smelling. And if they had like little shots of like a sommelier was there and could be like, here, this is maple syrup. It's from the, and then a little shot. And be like, oh, that is amazing. What would that go great with? Well, it complements this bacon very well. Oh, bacon.
This is from the Western Slope and the Poconos.
Right. I would be in heaven. No.
No.
Shang just asked if that was a real thing.
It's the delivery, isn't it? It's the accent. It sounds fairly authoritative.
Yeah.
He must know what he's talking about. He's
so-
lying out his butt.
Well, Josh over at Mini Paint Studios posted that his stream today is about improving old paint jobs.
Oh,
so
cool.
going off the whole correction
Yeah.
theme. So that's kind of cool.
Excellent. That's cool.
Brad says, I will absolutely guess on Angry Little Minis. The yellow of angry Marines. My brother says you can practice painting his toenails with a bag of Fritos. Hey, Clive, be careful that they may bathe them in meeples by accident. Ugh. All right, so
Sounds like there's a story there.
I understand that meeples are a very important part to the gaming industry.
Okay.
That they represent your tokens and your characters in a lot of board games.
Yep.
I despise meeples.
Really?
Despise them. They're so just full of themselves.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean?
Because they're such an important part.
Because they think they're so important.
Right.
Frickin' meeples.
Do you like to replace them with cardboard shits?
I like to replace them with miniatures
Yeah.
whenever possible.
Excellent.
And what's funny is Alliance gives away their Golden Meeple Award,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to talk them into changing it from
Fantastic.
the Meeple, because that's just the worst.
The Golden Rick.
No, nothing like that.
The Platinum Rick.
Ooh, yeah,
Well, maybe that.
maybe the Platinum Rick.
Platinum.
That sounds amazing.
You can do that.
What do you guys think? Golden Meeple Award changed to the Golden Rick? That would be, I mean, now I sound self-important. I'm not at all. Not at all.
All meeples should look like Rick.
Look like this. No.
Well, do you actually hate meeples, or do you just hate the word meeple?
No, I
He
just-
actually loves the word meeples, which
I
is,
don't like meeples.
which is the part of the problem.
just don't like 'em.
That's why he's conflicted.
Yeah, just don't like them. They look semi-evil.
Semi-evil?
Okay, fully evil.
Yeah. There you go. Let the hate flow.
Yes.
Okay.
We've only got a few more minutes left.
We do.
Yeah.
And I could tell because I was almost finished
With your miniature?
with the miniature, yeah.
Nice. So I'm putting a little gunmetal on
Oh, okay.
on his large pincer there.
Nice. That's going to be nasty then.
Yeah, so we can get through the rock that they burrow through.
Oh, okay. Right down. And through the plate mail armor.
Right?
Oh.
And hers is probably going to be like adamantium to cut through his head. Because,
right,
you know,
yeah. To remove.
all right.
Nice.
When she goes all sorts of praying mantis on him. All right.
Oh, I like that. I like that you painted the
little scar.
little sky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra bits there.
So
Nice
yeah,
work.
I put brown, like you said on there,
Yep.
as a base, and I'm going to actually come back later after all that's dried and use the arid earth yellowy
The
color
yellow-
to
yellow
give
sort
it,
of bone.
yeah, to give it so that it's that like lobster flesh look
Yeah.
under
Yeah.
there.
That'd be
So
cool.
that was from guidance here from Dave, so that's going to happen
I think we talked about that in the show on
We
Tuesday
did.
as well.
because they do
Oh.
kind of have a lobster-esque look to them.
I just realized as well. So this the Beholder has a little
The eye lens.
eye lens
Yeah.
that I can snap in. So, oh, maybe not. Put it in the wrong angle. Did it take a little bit of fiddling?
It did,
Okay,
yeah.
that's good.
Because once it snaps in there, I think mine's even still a little bit out on the right, on
Okay.
that one side. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That looks
Cool.
good.
Okay, there we go. Little glossy shine on it. It looks crazed.
Right?
amazing.
So good. All right.
Good.
So on that note,
What have you got? Planned for Christmas? Or for your holiday weekend?
I'm spending it all by myself.
Oh.
I mean, and a lot of people think that sounds sad, but it's not.
Yep.
Would I love to spend it with my loved ones? Sure. But I don't want to travel. Crystal is going to travel and go see her family.
Right.
My kids, my two youngest kids are in Sweden,
Right.
which I've mentioned.
Yep.
And then my two older children are, they're adults and doing their own
Doing
adult
their
things
thing.
in Florida or South Carolina. So they're doing their thing.
Yep.
So I am going to be cleaning and getting my
What a
house.
perfect
Our prettiest little princess has arrived.
Oh, no, he did.
Yeah, he looks great. So Josh has walked in. But yeah, so I'm going to clean because I want to get my, there it is. There he is.
Check out that.
That's what's your sweater this time around? Your ugly Christmas sweater.
We're gonna check for that.
Nice.
Fantastic.
That hat is adorable. It's a hairband thing, right? Yeah. So yeah, because I want to invite people over to play board games and
Right.
D&D and all that
Yep.
stuff. So I'm gonna get it. This weekend is gonna be dedicated to getting that ready because 2018 I'm gonna be hosting some gaming nights at my place.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. That's great.
yeah, that's my plan.
An excellent Christmas gift to
To
all
my,
of your friends.
yeah, to my friends and to myself. What about you?
That's cool. My wife's family will be coming over
Okay.
on the weekend. We usually do like Christmas Eve dinner.
Okay.
So we've got that happening, and then my two daughters will go crazy on Monday morning and opening up all their gifts.
Yes.
And then we have a larger family gathering on Christmas for Christmas dinner.
Okay.
kind of thing. So
Perfect.
we'll do that as well. We'll give my parents a call because they're in Australia.
Right.
We'll talk to them 16 hours into the future. I know.
Time travel is amazing.
It is. It's awesome. There's a fantastic quote that I always love. It's like, I think it's from Charles Schultz.
Okay.
And it's basically, don't worry about the world ending today. It's already tomorrow in Australia.
That's a fact.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Time travel rocks.
It does.
But yeah, so it should be fun.
So let's give one last look at these minis for everybody. Let's take a look at the Beholder there.
Okay, looking under there. Oh, there we go. Everybody like that one? And then rotate.
Now put my little guy here.
Put on the rotator.
Yeah.
Excellent.
There we go.
Cool.
Yeah. Not too bad.
Nice.
It's coming around.
I think something like a dark gray, like a neutral, very neutral color would be great for the base on that.
Okay.
It'll help it'll make sure that the blue sort of really pops out.
Okay. I like it. Perfect. And now, some of the big things that we like to always end our broadcast with is, if you want to learn more about these awesome miniatures like this amazing Umber Hulk and the Beholder and all of the miniatures available through Wizkids. Go to wizkids.com/unpainted and you can see all the cool product that they have there for deep cuts, Nolzur's marvelous miniatures, so many good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
That's awesome stuff.
yeah, and then check out the other stuff coming out from Wizkids. They've got painted miniatures coming out. They've got cool miniatures that you can get in different board games like Tomb of Horrors, which by itself, if you just bought the Tomb of Horrors box, which is like $100 and some,
Okay.
the miniatures in there are amazing, and the value is like $1.89 per miniature. It's like, what?
Nice.
It's ridiculous, and there's some really good stuff in there.
That's cool. That's really good.
But the big thing is, where do you get all this stuff? At your local game store.
Yep. They're a friendly local game store.
That's right, and
Check 'em out.
yeah, you gotta go check out your friendly local game store. Pick up your miniatures, pick up your game stuffs, become part of the gaming community at your local game store, and have a wonderful time getting to know new people, playing new games. It's a lot of fun.
Definitely.
So, on that note, this has been Painting Happy Little Minis.
For 2017.
2017,
We'll
that's
see
it.
you next year.
Yeah, we will. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. And we'll be back, and we'll see you at the game store.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media. Leave a like and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.